You did something, cause shit like this don't happen too often.
Hi guys, welcome to Daisy's Triple F. I will be talking about budgeting 101. What does budgeting 101 include? That includes how to budget your money. The really sensitive topic that I know many people don't want to talk about, but I want you to feel comfortable about talking about it because it's something that has helped me in the past. I came across this tactic that I definitely wanted to share with you. The thing that I know a lot of people do is most people only have two bank accounts. So let's say you have your one account where your direct deposit hits and you pay all your bills out of that account, and you may use that money for discretionary income, as far as if you want to go shopping or if you want to go out to eat, you use that same account. And then everyone, of course, most people, of course, have your savings account. So when I stumbled across this article, the article said everyone has a file folder, right? So within the file folder, you have your birth certificate, some insurance. You may have another one for maybe your home closing documents. So if you have all of those documents stored away separately for if something comes up, why aren't our accounts separated accordingly? That's the question. So what I do is I have separate bank accounts based on what I'm spending my money on. So I have a diagram that I've created and I've been working on it. So I want to share it with you. And this just paints a picture of what it looks like. So here in the middle, I have my direct deposit, right? So this is my main account. So my direct deposit goes into this account, and my all of my bills come out of this account. So if I'm paying my insurance, my phone bill, the house note, the mortgage, all of that is coming out of this one account. Well, in this corner, I have my emergency fund, right? So that emergency fund is basically like a savings. Multiple articles state that we should have at least 3 to 6 months of savings in case anything were to happen. With job markets, people get laid off all the time. And we want to make sure that you're prepared, because if something comes up, you don't want to be in a situation where you're trying to scramble and figure out what you're going to do. So you have your emergency fund. And then in this corner, we have your emergency savings. This is just your regular savings account. Now down here, I have like a miscellaneous account. This miscellaneous may be for maybe like your bills, or it may be for, not your bills, I'm sorry. This miscellaneous account could be for gas. Like for me, I use it for gas. And then down here you have your slush fund. So something that I do is in the middle, we have my bills. So what I do is I have all of my direct deposits, any income I make from maybe doing hair on the side or whatever, it all goes to my bills account. Now, a majority of the bills that we have, I set up my accounts on autopay. And because all of the money is in this account. So looking on the spreadsheet here, if let's say my pay for 2 weeks is maybe $3,000, right? So my pay is $3,000. Let's say, for example, my bills are $2,000, right? So we'll put in $2,000. Then what I do is I transfer my savings. So let's say if I wanted to put $100 in my savings account, and then let's say if I wanted to put maybe $200 in my emergency fund. And then we have our miscellaneous. Let's say if I'm going to spend money on gas, I know I have to buy toiletries for the house and personal items. Let me just put maybe $75 here. So after looking at this spreadsheet, now it shows this is how much money you have left. So this amount of money that is left, I call that my slush fund. Most people can call it like their discretionary income. I call it my slush fund. So that's basically saying after you've paid all of your bills, for me, I'm a Christian, so I go to church. So I have my tithe. So I have my savings comes out. I have my bills come out. I have my tithes come out. And once all of that comes out, then it shows me this is how much you have left. So let's say, for example, if I had maybe $300 left, that'll last me until I get paid again. I transfer that money to my slush fund, is what I call it. So in my slush fund, I know that I cannot, this is all that I have to play with. Like if I want to go buy something special for my husband, you know, because Valentine's Day is coming up, or if I want to go buy something for my kids, or if I want to go out to eat, this is where my money will come from. It's from my slush fund. And that allows me to not bother in any of my other accounts, because in the past what has happened is I've had all my money come out of my bills account, which is my main account. And what will happen is I have direct deposits coming out, and let's say if I'm looking at my bills account and it's showing me $1,000 and I'm just spending thinking, oh, I got money, I'm just going to keep swiping and swiping, and then I check my account and I'm at 72 cents. That's a problem. And we want to make sure that we avoid that problem. So if you have all of your accounts, all of your bills and all of your direct deposits set up in this one account, you don't have to worry about paying. You don't have to worry about anything in that account. You know the bills are going to get paid. It's on auto pay. I've already budgeted for it. It's already here. And all you have to do is move your money. Something that I do, I bank with Chase. Shout out to Chase Bank. And Chase has it where you can set up automatic transfers. So every time I get paid, I set up a rule that says every time I get paid, I want to send, I don't know, $200 to my savings, or I want to send $400 to my emergency fund. And it automatically does it. So as soon as I get paid, the money is already transferred to the accounts. And the only thing that's left in my bills in my main account here in the middle would be all of my direct deposits and my bills that I know are coming. I have a spreadsheet that I use to track my budget, and it's kind of similar to this, but it's more in depth. And I will do another video and I will show you how I track my budget. And if anyone would like that or think that it may help them, I can actually create one that's customizable for you. And because I do handle finances and that's very, you know, private for most people, I usually make them sign like a confidentiality statement. So you know, you don't have to worry about me sending that information, but I can create a spreadsheet, and usually it'll say, these are all of my bills. This is when all of my bills are due. This is the frequency of how often I get paid. And what I can do is we can go in and create a rule that'll say, okay, well, this is what your pay is. This is what your bills are. This is how much you have left. And many people have bills that are due on the first of the month. So you may say, hey, I have $500 for, nothing's $500. Say $500 for my car payment is due on the first, but also I have my mortgage that's due on the first. For most people, that may be $1,500. And if you're only coming out with $2,000 at the first of the month, then you have no money. So what I like to do is take this spreadsheet and separate it out. So it's like, hey, well, instead of, you know, having all of your money coming out that day, we can separate it out where at the end of the month, set aside half of it. And then when it comes to the following and the first of the month, you don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, I'm going to really cut it close because it's the first. I'm going to be broke. No, if you separate those things out, you will feel like you have more money to go around. Like it's really helpful. But I wanted to show you how I separate my accounts. You separate those accounts, and it also teaches you, I'm not going to spend. I have a lot of coworkers who instead of doing the method that I use, they figure out how much they have left for their discretionary income, and they'll just take the cash out and they'll say, okay, I have $200. It's going to last me until I get paid again, and I'm not going to touch any of my accounts. I don't personally like to do that because I feel like if you do it that way and something happens, someone steals your wallet or you lose the money, the bank can't account for that. So I personally would prefer to use my card. To me, it's safer, especially with the phones and Apple Pay. I prefer to use that. But this is something that I use that I think is very, very helpful. And, you know, like if you have questions about it, or if you think this is something that's really helpful for you, please feel free to reach out to me and I can send this to you. We could talk about it more, but I just want to make you more aware of how you can budget better and save, and you can have that money go away where you don't even see it. So if you don't see it, you don't know it's there, it's going to the accounts automatically, it makes everything much easier. Feel free, don't forget, please subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting more videos. I will have a budgeting video that will be coming up next. Stay tuned. I'll be posting my first family video first, maybe next week, which will show my baby's first birthday party that we've been planning for so long. But please feel free to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
You did something.